Welcome to War Thunder. What's up, dude? How y'all doing today? Well, dev server number 2 is up. And dev server number 2 really does bring out the Luddite group from Gaijin. Now, you might be wondering what I'm talking about. Well, let's just take a quick look through the research trees. We really don't find any change in the US lineup because there was nothing to add to the US lineup except the modifications to a couple of planes, which would add in the AIM-9E, which is still 500 Golden Eagles or 32,000 research points, which isn't too bad. The 500 Golden Eagles is ridiculous, but so what? Meanwhile, modifications to put AIM-9Bs are 480 Golden Eagles or 54,000 on the F9, F8 Cougar. And let's see, they are 580,000 Golden Eagles or 40,000 on the FJ4B. Now, it's probably the same for both of them, but we'll check just to make sure. Modifications, 400 or 40,000 or 620 Golden Eagles. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody at Gaijin really had their head in a bottle of something. And it probably wasn't cough syrup. So, they've got these numbers all over the place, and they are on the cutting edge of ridiculous. Let's see. Did they add the F2s? No, they did not add missiles to the F2s. Curious. Nope, didn't add them to any Sabres in the American lineup other than the Furies and the F100. So, let's take a look at Germany. What did they do to Germany? And this is all in regards to costs. Well, the MiG-19S is 390,000, whereas the CL-13B Mark VI is 400,000 research points. Are you kidding me? What Luddite is in charge there in Gaijin? This is ridiculous. This is beyond ridiculous. This is a plane that isn't even close to this one in performance, but it's even more expensive. This one was 380,000 back when I got it. This one is 400,000? And the only real change is it's got a couple of missiles? Spare me. This one should have dropped in cost downward considerably. And this one should be at the 380,000. This I understand. USSR, I don't think anything changed here. MiG-9PT, 390,000. MiG-17, 380,000. Let's go to Britain. And Seahawk, 380,000. That's ridiculous. This plane is slow. Unrefined, 558 miles an hour with no upgrades. puts it just marginally faster than the Canberra, with no weapons loads. I don't care what anyone says, the modifications, it starts with no load. You don't get these, you have to research all of these. Which means when you first get the plane, it's got default rounds, which honestly I don't think they're a problem. And unimproved anything. This is ridiculous. This is stupid on steroids, again, from Gaijin. This plane should be placed below the sea venom, well, actually just after the attacker, and move the sea venom over under the venom and leave it there, nested with the venom. Because it's a worthless fighter. And I do mean worthless. They did get the battle rating right. They brought it down to 7.7, which is about where I figured it should be. This is a Canberra B Mark 6 is 200,000 RP. This thing should be about 250 to 280,000 RP. It's got nice weaponry. I think as a ground attacker, this is going to be a good plane. But it's not at the level of a tier, well, it's not at the level of a Hunter. 684 miles an hour compared to 558. My Hunter is not spaded. This is insane. Once again, shoving that shaft right up Britain. Let's go take a look at Japan real quick. I know I haven't got anywhere near to go. And I probably won't get there anytime this year. Because I just really don't like any Japanese planes after early war. 390,000. The fastest jet in the game is worth 390,000 RP. The fastest, most capable jet in the game. What we don't have in weaponry yet for this plane, and if we look real close, we can see it's got bombs, it's got air-to-ground missiles, rockets, excuse me. It's got AIM-9Bs, it's got AIM-9Bs and bombs, it's got AIM-9Bs and rockets, and it's got AIM-9Es and rockets. And AIM-9Es and bombs. Excuse me. This plane is probably the most capable, and what they haven't shown you yet is anti-shipping missiles. I am quite sure that this plane could also carry the AGM-84, I believe, which is the Harpoon anti-shipping missile. It's a 10.0. It's at 390,000 RP. It's only $500,000 cost. Another 290,000 to put it up on your flight roster. This plane is cheap in comparison to the Seahawk. What does a Seahawk cost? Come on, let's get down there. $495,000 with another $280,000. Yeah. Gaijin, get your head wrapped around a fact. The Seahawk is 1950s technology. The T2 for Japan is 1960s, 1970s technology for Japan. Italy, G91YS, 400,000 RP. What did Italy do to you? Come on, Gaijin, what did Italy do to you? Fair price on the purchase, fair price on the training. I can see $815,000 to put the plane into operation. But what did they do to you to make you take it out on them in RP? 400,000? That's just evil. That's evil. France. Let's see what you did to France. MD 460, the Super Mystere. You've got it at 200,000 RP. Aw, joy. Thank you. At least you didn't get stupid on this one. 395,000 to buy, 230,000 to put it in your lineup. Bombs, rockets, AGMs, aims, snebs and aims. $11,000, $16,000, $14,000, $23,000. Well, at least the individual costs per upgrade are not that bad. But this is insane. This is just cutting edge insane. You basically taken and said that the Italian G91Y is going to be spend the gold, babe. Spend the gold. And you've done the same thing with the British Seahawk. Is this in retaliation for all the bad press that you got for the Javelin, which was truly garbage? It was garbage out of the gate. It stumbled so badly that you can't hide that one, Gaijin. That was a disaster, and you know it. So now you're screwing the Seahawk, which I did fly on the last dev server, and I kind of liked it. Nice little plane. So you're screwing it over with incredibly high RP costs all the way around. What the hell is wrong with you, Gaijin? What in the hell is wrong with you? Who is putting this together like a complete noob? And I swear to God, you've got to be a noob. You've got to have your cranium packed full of cotton. Alright, Gaijin, I really do hate making videos like this that seem negative. You've done some good things on here. You've done some incredibly insane things. you're not balancing the good with the bad. You've got some things on here that are just beyond the pale of why. There can be no explanation for this other than somebody somewhere has got their wires crossed up so badly that they can't even see straight. I mean, I'm almost at the point where I want to. The whole patch is. I just want to throw it out. I want to erase my hard drive. My eyes. I'm just. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is something that it just doesn't make any sense. Why are you doing this? This plane, the Sea Venom, put it over here and nest it because it's not a good plane. It really isn't. It's not good. It doesn't fly fast. It doesn't fly well. It doesn't have a secondary attack function. It's worthless. It shouldn't even be an 8.0. It should probably be a 7.0. This at 7.7, perfect. Perfect. It's too expensive. I think it should be dropped in price a bit. Well, maybe not. Maybe it should be about the same price as the Canberra B Mark 6. But you've got the cost in RP at the same level that the Hunter was at. This Hunter was at $380,000. This is not a Hunter. This will never be a Hunter. This is more like an AD4. A bit faster, but it's an AD4. Which leaves Britain still lacking one thing, which is a decent bomber. And don't tell me that the Canberras are decent bombers. They are at low tier. This should be a 7.0 and this should be a 7.7. Why? They're both slower than dog meat. They just can't get out of their own way, and they can't turn for crap at high speed. You need to put a bomber in here. You need to put the Blackburn Buccaneer. Italy. You must really think that the G91YS is going to just dominate the game. That's why you did this. Now, I think it probably will over 9.0 planes. But it isn't that fast. It turns well. I love the plane. Don't get me wrong. I think the plane is absolutely perfect. I think it's probably one of the best planes in the game right now, even if it isn't the Japanese T2. It's got 230s with a questionable amount of ammo, 125 rounds per gun, which is going to disappear insta-quick. I think you've got like what, 10 seconds of fire and the ammo's gone. Whereas with the T2, you've got what, 7 seconds of fire? Well, that was a nice interlude. Had to take care of a cat. Ah, lovely. But again, back to this, what you've done to the Italians and the British. I don't like making these videos. I really don't. When I see what I consider to be foolishness on the part of developers who are putting this game out so that they can earn money through people paying for premium time, buying Golden Eagles so they can buy certain premium aircraft, or, you know, paying for that upgrade that they just have to have. Even buying planes so that they can get past them without having to waste time. And yeah, I've done that. And there are planes that I will bypass in a heartbeat if I can. I mean, I bypassed all the American planes in the Italian lineup. I was not going to waste my time flying a bunch of American aircraft. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant the French lineup. Yeah, I just wasn't going to do it. I was not going to waste my time flying an SB-2C, an F-6F, or another F-6F, or a P-63, or an F-4U-7, or an F-8F-1B, or an AD-4, because I already had them, and I wasn't going to do it again. I already had those planes, and I just did not want to be doing those same old planes over and over and over and over. I haven't even put those planes into lineups because I saw no reason to. I had no legitimate desire to use those planes for anything other than getting past them. Now, I know why they're there. But this is a true slap in the face to the Italians and to the British. A rank 6 aircraft, 728 miles an hour at sea level, and this is without any upgrades because I haven't purchased it yet. 395,000 golden or silver lions, 230,000 more silver lions to get it into a crew. It's got a lot of modifications that need to be done. .6, 7.2, 4.9, 6.7, another 10, so 15, 16, 17, 18 miles an hour. Add 18 miles an hour to this plane, so you'd end up with 746 miles an hour at sea level. Which wouldn't be bad. Won't be bad at all. Let's take a look at the USSR, the PT-9, 861 miles an hour. Modifications. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So add 9 miles an hour to this one, it takes it up to 870 miles an hour. And this one is 906 miles an hour on a height of 35,000 feet, roughly. So, the French plane, for its cost, isn't going to be bad. I mean, it's not a MiG-19. It's not a Super Sabre. That's a decent cost. The Italian plane is even slower. The Italian plane isn't going to break 710 miles an hour with all the modifications. With all the modifications, let me see. We're going to add 1.3, 1.8, so 3 miles an hour. Bum, 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 8.6, 9, 10, 11. 12, maybe 13 miles an hour. We're going to bring 13 miles an hour to a 689 mile an hour aircraft. So it will just about make 700 miles an hour. But you've got the price jacked up to 400,000 RP just to buy it. That's beyond ridiculous. That is in the case, that's a case of obscenity. I'd love to know who came down with all these changes, because these changes are absolutely absurd. This is somebody who spent a night out partying, who came in and just scribbled a bunch of notes down and said, make this happen. And didn't think about this any deeper than the bottom of his glass. I hate to say it like that, but this is beyond recklessness. I want to say great things about this game. I want to say wonderful things about this game. I think you're taking and using the French Super Mystere exactly right. You've got that thing placed perfectly. It's got the right amount of RP. It's got the right amount of cost. It's set properly. G91YS, you have not done properly. I cannot understand the justification for where it is. That is beyond stupid, and it really is. And then you did that dirty deed that you did to Britain with the Seahawk. probably one of the most looked for planes in the British lineup in quite some time after the fiasco with the Javelin, only now you're shafting the Seahawk. You drove a stake in it so deep that there's no resuscitation at this point. And Germany, really, 400,000 RP for the CL-13B? Really? The purchase price is great. The crew training cost, yeah, a bit high, but it's doable. But the RP cost is insane. This is getting stupid, Gaijin. This is really stupid. MiG-19S, less RP than the CL-13B. My God. This subdude signing off. I'm going to play with these planes to see if anything really has changed, because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Seahawk somehow manages to, I don't know, break the sound barrier. Yeah. Catch you later, folks. Subdude signing off.